Robert Thompson in the 165 rolls inside of row number 3 into the outside, the 81 of Dylan Vandentop. Shotgun on the field, scheduled to be the 22H of Cody Hansen. Heat race number 1 of 2 in your after-hour graphics Bomber Division. Lights are already out. Looks like we're going to be coming to the green flag this time by off of turn number 4. Chris Johnson, Chris Hoagland lead us to the green flag. We are racing at Worthington. Down the back straightaway we go, and Hoagland's going to have the race lead into turn number 3 with Johnson hot on his heels down on the low side. Vandentop and Jones battling it out for the third spot for the time being, with Jones being on the inside. And here comes Vandentop ripping the lip on the high side of the Worthington Speedway. Way up the track goes the 59H of Hoagland. He's going to lose up a little bit of ground. And here comes Johnson to the inside with Vandentop hot on the heels, knocking on the back door. It's a battle for the second spot, reaching for the battle for the top spot. Vandentop found something up on the high side to his liking as he's found his way to the second spot. Watch out, Johnson. Gather the car back up. We're going to stay clean and green. As everybody else is jumping around just behind him, they all settle it back down. We stay to the green flag. And Hoagland leads another lap as we go into turn number 1. Halfway home in this heat race, as Hoagland hits the high side, trying to keep the momentum up in that number 59H, with Dylan Vandentop trying to catfish down low and find his way around the low side of the Worthington Speedway. Green flag goes high in the air. We got 2 laps to go as the battle for the race lead is shaping up. Down the back straightaway we go. Vandentop's trying to find anything he can to try and get to the inside and get around Hoagland in the 59H, and he just might have the opportunity as Hoagland gets a little bobble, a little slideways of turn 4. But meanwhile, way back in the field, jostling for position is a pair of 3 cars going at it. Jones goes to the inside, clocks the left rear of Johnson as he goes around, gathers it back up. But meanwhile, off of turn number 4 this time, watch out in front. Saves it just in time to catch the heat race win. It's 59H of Hoagland, followed by Vandentop, Scott Jones, Todd Coppin, and rounding out that top 5 is going to be the 17J of Chris Johnson. Robert Thompson unfortunately had to pull it into the infield on that one, along with the 22H of Cody Hansen. They did not finish the heat race. Looks like we have a scratch on the field. That is your pole sitter, Brandon Eldis, is a scratch in this heat race. That'll move up the inside row 1 position, putting Carson Vandentop on the pole. Off of turn number 4 this time. Vandentop and Whitcomb going to lead us to the green flag. We are racing once again in your after-hour graphics Bomber Division. Vandentop gets a good drive down on the low side to get the lead away down the back straightaway, with Campbell hot on his heels, cutting down to the inside of Whitcomb that time by. Lap number 1 is going to go into the books, and it's going to be a battle for the race lead shaping up, with Campbell going to the high side of Carson Vandentop through turns 1 and 2. Crossing down to the low side is Campbell as he's going to get the drive and drive down the low side, give a little rubbing to the side, and flatten the left front of Carson Vandentop. Vandentop's got a flat left front tire after contact with Brian Campbell, and around goes Walter Kiggins along with Carson Vandentop. We'll see if they can get moving here, and unfortunately looks like the caution is going to come out. Yellow flag flying for Carson Vandentop going around at the bottom of turn 4. Collected Walter Kiggins in the 2X. Cars getting lined up and off of turn number 4 this time. Brian Campbell's going to lead us to the green flag. Walter Kiggins down the inside of Brant Whitcomb on this restart. They might get a little close together down the front straightaway, but they all settle it back out. We stay clean and green. Oh, Walter Kiggins had to save the car, and that collected Whitcomb as he just had to get into the left rear of Whitcomb as he saved his own car from spinning around. That makes the battle for the second spot being between the 8 of Mike Kiggins and Walter Kiggins. A pair of Kiggins going at it for the second place spot, and now they're going to go at it side by side. and rub each other up through turns 1 and 2. We're halfway home in this race. Actually, make that 2 laps to go as the green flag goes high in the air for Brian Campbell in the 3 car, leading us down the back straightaway. Walter Kiggins and Mike Kiggins and Brent Whitcomb are your final cars on this heat race. White flag going to come out for the 3 of Brian Campbell. Down the back straightaway he goes through turns 3 and 4. One last time in the heat race. Problems for the 8 of Mike Kiggins as he is now smoking like crazy, but the checkered flag flies for the 3 of Brian Campbell. Second's going to go to Walter Kiggins in the 2X, and third will be given to the 77 of Brent Whitcomb. First DNF, unfortunately, with smoke rolling out from under the cars. The 8 of Mike Kiggins and a flat left front for the 81 CJ of Carson Vandentop. Now everybody's lined up in their positions as they roll down the back straightaway. Chad Hines, your pole sitter. Travis Vandentop to his outside. And it's Trevor Iverson and Zach Bierman, row number 2. Row 3, we see Ernie Daly and Chris Krug. Your 6 cars ready to do 6 laps of racing action here at the Worthington Speedway on Kids Night by Briones Construction. And that was a bad start by the Chad Hines in the 22 3/4. He just let Trevor Iverson come on by to his inside. But that is not a good look for Trevor Iverson as he goes around in the bottom of turns 1 and 2. But a good look is he got it clean and green. He's going to keep us going under the green flag. Thank you, Trevor Iverson, for keeping us under the green flag as we continue on. Travis Vandentop is your race leader. He's being hounded on by the 16B of Zach Bierman. Bierman down to the low side of Vandentop. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 they go. Bierman to the low side. Vandentop on the high side. Now, meanwhile, right behind them, Krug and Daly are going at it side by side for position as well. Battle for the race lead is on with a battle for third spot raging on as well. Still side by side for that race lead as here comes Bierman to take over the spot going into turn number 3. Down the back straightaway, single file around the racetrack. Bierman still your race leader. Vandentop slid a little high that time by. Green flag goes high in the air, and it looks like the battle for the second spot shaping up as Krug and Daly have caught the back bumper of Travis Vandentop. Now Krug slipped up a little bit. He's going to give the third spot to Daly. Daly's going to hold on to that third spot as the white flag comes out for Zach Bierman in the 16B. Travis Vandentop in the second spot trying to hold off Ernie Daly as Daly's going to look to his inside down the back straightaway. Take better of it, but through turns 3 and 4 this time by, Zach Bierman's going to lead us to the checkered flag. Second's going to go to Travis Vandentop in the 81. Then it's going to be Ernie Daly, Chris Krug, and Chad Hines, your top 5. Was I seeing things, or did it look like there might be a shock broken on the right rear of Ernie Daly? That right rear was bouncing like a dribble on a basketball down the front straightaway as it came on by. Might have a little bit of work to do with that car as he goes back to the pit area before the feature. To his outside is going to be the 23 of Jordan Allers. Inside row number 2, we see Jeremy Johnson in the 5. To the outside, that is the 16X of Blake Lewinberg. Shotgun on the field of this one's going to be the J3K. That's Jaden Strandberg. Through turns 1 and 2 they go. Fetchenheimer's your race leader, but here comes Lewinberg splitting the gap, and so is Jaden Strandberg as they both split the gap between Johnson and the 23 of Allers. That time by. Lewinberg assumes your race lead into turns 1 and 2, but Strandberg's not going to let him go just yet as he dives to the inside of Fetchenheimer. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Strandberg now into the second place spot, going to chase down Lewinberg in the 16X. Lewinberg leads this lap, second to Jaden Strandberg. Through turns 3 and 4 this time by. We got a race brewing up as Johnson goes around. And did the car die? Nope, he keeps it going. Thank you, Johnson, for keeping us to the green flag. Closest battle on track is currently that battle for the third spot as Jordan Allers going to look to the inside of Lee Fetchenauer. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Green flag's going to go high in the air. We got 2 laps to go. Battle for third is on. Battle shaping up for the lead as Strandberg catching the back bumper of Lewinberg. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Off of 4 this time by, looking for the white flag. 1 lap to go for Blake Lewinberg as he has Strandberg hounding him through turns 1 and 2. A little right side rubbing deeper in the field for the battle for the third spot. Jordan Allers able to get by that time, but off of turn number 4 this time. What's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Blake Lewinberg to the win in heat race number 2. Second goes to Jaden Strandberg. Then it's going to be Jordan Allers, Lee Fetchenauer, and rounding out your top 5, that is the 5 of Jeremy Johnson. Row 5, we see Dylan Vandentop to the inside. To the outside, it's Mike Kiggins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your parade lap for your after-hour graphics bomber division here at the Worthington Speedway. Row 6, the inside, we see Robert Thompson in the 165 and the 22H of Cody Hansen to his outside. Shotgun on the field is the 05 of Brandon Elness. Nice and easy pace down the back straightaway. Johnson and Hoogland, your front row, leading us to the green flag off of turn number 4 this time. We are racing in your after-hour graphics bomber division. Down the back straightaway they go, and there's a drive by the 3 of Brian Campbell as he did a 2-for-1 special off of turn number 2. Slides up and gets tagged by Carson Vandentop as leading lap number 1. That's a 59H. That's Chris Hoogland. 3 cars battling for position for that second spot as Whitcomb's holding off for the time being over the high side of the 17J of Johnson. Around the outside comes the 3 of Brian Campbell as he's going to try and fight his way towards the front. And around goes the 17J of Johnson down on the low side. He's got the car still under power. He's going to keep us to the green flag. Down the back straightaway, the race is on. Second. The battle for second raging on between Whitcomb and Brian Campbell. Here comes Dylan Vandentop from the 4th spot, looking to the inside of Brian Campbell. 3 cars battling for second. As they come off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, they get around Brent Whitcomb for that second and third spot respectively, but through turns 3 and 4, the battle's shaping up for the top spot as we got lap number 4 in the books. Still Hoogland, your race leader, followed by Campbell, Vandentop, and Whitcomb. Your top 5 all in a line at tango and up problems for Scott Jones as he's going to hit the gas and try to keep us going under the green flag. Yellow is out though as he was around in front of the field. Coppin, Thompson, and Scott Jones all getting together as they came into turns 1 and 2, and that sent Scott Jones around. So unfortunate circumstances for the 16 of Scott Jones as he's going to want to pull the caution out. Dylan Vandentop to the inside of this restart with Brian Campbell choosing the outside line. Brandon Whitcomb in the 4th spot with Robert Thompson in the 5th spot. Green flag comes out off of turn number 4. And Hoogland's going to be your race leader in turn 1, and the battle raging on for the second spot. Down the back straightaway, Hoogland's able to walk away for the time being for that lead, but the battle raging on for the second spot as here comes trouble in turn 2. Around goes Wiggins in a 2X, but he's going to hammer on the gas. We're going to stay to the green flag. Meanwhile, all the way up front, the battle for the lead shaping up as trouble and the yellow flag coming back out as Wiggins did not get going all the way, staying at the bottom of turn number 3 and 4. 5:34 is the next ticket to be given away. Down the back straightaway, nice and easy pace. Hoogland still your race leader, with Campbell now on the inside line of this restart. Vanden Top to his high side. Thompson and Whitcomb the next row back, and the green flag comes out. We're racing once again in the Bomber Division. Off of turn number 2 they go, and it looks like a battle for the race lead shaping up, but stabbing the brakes was the 3 of Brian Campbell as he holds on to the second spot for the time being, swapping it up to the high side. That opens the door for Dylan Vanden Top to come on to the inside. Race is on for the second spot. As they came off of turn number 2 that time, Campbell looked to the inside momentarily on Hoogland. Hoogland slammed the door on him. Hoogland going to slip up the track just a little bit, and the race is on between 3 cars racing for that lead spot. Halfway home in this one. 7 down now out of a 12-lap feature. We're past halfway in your Worthington Bombers by After Hours Graphics. Through turns 3 and 4 another time. Hoogland still your race leader. Coppin going around. He's able to get back on the gas. Keep it going, Coppin. Come on, hit the gas. Let's go, Coppin. We are going to come to the yellow flag. Caution out once again for Todd Coppin in the 66 as he went around at the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Car moving now. He'll join the back of the field. Brian Campbell in the second spot choosing the inside line. Dylan Vanden Top is now up on the high side. They're going to go through turns 3 and 4 this time, and off of 4, Chris Hoogland's going to look. See Matt Stubbe waving the green flag. We're racing once again in your Bombers. Things getting a little tight there down on the front stretch. As down the back straightaway they're going to go. And Vanden Top had to back out of it as Campbell was coming up the track, thought better of it, decided not to wreck the cars, save the car for another time, and the lap is going to go to Chris Hoogland this time by. Hoogland, your race leader's got a back bumper full of the 3 of Brian Campbell. Campbell almost to the inside of the 59H of Hoogland, and he gets to the inside that time by, and he's going to lose the grip in 3 and 4, and he's going to lose some ground as the green flag goes high in the air. 2 laps to go for Hoogland. Battle for the third spot raging on as Brant Wood comes to the outside of Dylan Vanden Top for position as they come off of turn number 4 this time. He's got 1 lap to hold on to it. It's the 59H of Chris Hoogland with Brian Campbell knocking on the back door. Down the back straightaway one last time. Campbell gives a tap to the back. Into turn 3 they go. One last shot. What does he have for it? Hit the gas off of turn number 4. Your feature winner is going to be the 59H of Chris Hoogland. Second goes to Brian Campbell and Brant Whitcomb. Todd Coppin in 4th, and rounding out the top 5, that is a 22H. That is Cody Henson. Come on up to the front of the car here. We'll have a chat with you. Chris, you kind of had to work your tail off for that one, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. That's for sure.
Feel a little pressure from the other drivers behind you?
I did. That's for sure. They were ready to go, and I guess I really wasn't.
Well, you sure held them off for the time being, though.
For the time being.
Who do you got to thank to put in your victory lane tonight?
I got to thank all the guys that helped me with the car. Kip, Gary, my sister, they come out and help me with the car every night. My sponsors, Red Performance, he helped me with the tranny and everything. It's good time. All those good guys. I was really happy.
Well, we'll let you celebrate victory lane here tonight at the Worthington Speedway. Winner of your After Hour Graphics Bomber Division, it's Chris Hoogland. On the pole, this one's going to be the 100 of Lee Fitchenmeyer, and to the outside, the 81 of Travis Vanden Top. The 23 of Jordan Allers goes inside of row number 2, and to the outside, the 5 of Jeremy Johnson. Zachary Bierman in 16B goes inside of row number 3. To the outside, it's a 16X of Blake Lewinberg. Ernie Daly goes inside of row number 4. To the outside, we got the J3K of Jaden Strandberg. Chris Krug, Trevor Iverson, John Ross, and 22 3/4 of Chad Hines round out your field as we go to the green flag. Battle ensues for third. Oh, trouble down the back straight, and we go to the red flag. As Jeremy Johnson goes up and over on the back straightaway, we go to the red flag. Cars stopping in turns 3 and 4. Fire and safety already on the way, and officials checking out the 5 of Jeremy Johnson. And John Ross, your field as we go down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. The RPMs are going to come up, and the Wild Things hit the gas. We go green flag racing in your Whipples Hybrids, IMCA Hobby Stocks. Through turns 1 and 2, and Vanentop is your race leader, and it's a 3-wide situation down the backstretch. Fetch and hires the meet in the middle of a sandwich between Bierman and Leuenberg. A pair of 16s as Leuenberg comes around the outside. He's going to take the race lead down the front straightaway. Just like they were in the heat race, here comes Strandberg to the back bumper of Leuenberg. Leuenberg holding on to the race lead, and Strandberg looking on the back door trying to find his way around. Vanentop in that third place spot trying to find his way, and now it's a drag race down the front straightaway. Strandberg to the low side, trying to find his way around. Blake Leuenberg in the 16X down the back straightaway. Leuenberg drives away. Securing that third place spot is Vanentop over Bierman as crossing over and contact deeper in the field. Cars are going to pinball off each other, but they're going to stay clean and green. Battle for the race lead is shaping up once again. It's looking to the low side. Here comes Strandberg. Strandberg thought better of it, slips up to the high side. He's going to cross it back down low. He's going to do the crossover move, dive down the low side, try to drive it up. Isn't going to be there that time by, though, as Leuenberg holds the high side. Leuenberg holds on to the high side as he drives down the back straightaway, keeps over Jaden Strandberg for that top spot. Now he's going to drive down to the inside as Jaden Strandberg is off of turn number 4. He's to the door as they come off of turn 4. Still into the second spot, dives into turn number 1. Battle for the lead, shaping up and raging on once again. Strandberg to the inside of Leuenberg. Leuenberg holding him off as diving into turn number 3. It is a J3K to the inside. Off of turn number 4. What's he got? Drag race ensues at the line. That went to Leuenberg by .026 at the line. As they roll through turns 3 and 4 this time, we're still side by side for that race lead. Strandberg, your race leader. Leuenberg holding on to the outside. This time by it will be Strandberg, your race leader. Leuenberg going to cross over to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Battle shaping up and still raging hot and heavy. Now Strandberg's going to drive away with that top spot for the time being, leaving Leuenberg in the second place spot. And he has to chase him down. Chris Krug with issues on the back straightaway. He's going to call no joy on the feature. Down the back straightaway we go. Your leader still the J3K of Jaden Strandberg. Strandberg, your race leader, with Blake Leuenberg holding on to the second place spot. Zach Bierman trying to catch up to Blake Leuenberg as he's in the third spot looking for more. Jordan Allers coming up to battle for fourth with Travis Vanentop in the 81. As they make their way around turns 3 and 4 this time, we are completing 10 laps to go, or 10 laps. 5 laps to go in this one. Strandberg, your race leader. Leuenberg in the second spot, followed by Zach Bierman, Travis Vanentop, Jordan Allers, and here comes John Ross in that 28 machine. As they roll through turns 3 and 4, Ross is down to the inside of Jordan Allers for position. It's the 23 and 28 going at it for the 5th spot. Meanwhile, battle for the third spot raging on as around the outside goes Travis Vanentop. Troubles for the 16B as Zach Bierman as he slows it down. He's got to pull it in the infield, call no joy. Your race leader still the J3K of Jaden Strandberg as he's trying to hold off Leuenberg. Leuenberg trying to chase him down. Bierman does pull it into the infield off the front straightaway. He will call no joy in the feature. Green flag's going to go high in the air. We've got 2 laps to go in the feature. Strandberg, your race leader. Lunenburg in second. 2 laps to go. Through turns 3 and 4 this time. Strandberg looks up to see the white flag fly. 1 lap to go for Jaden Strandberg. He had to fight for it to come towards the front of the pack and find his way around the 16 of Blake Lunenburg. But as he comes through turns 3 and 4 this time, he sees the double checkered fly. It is Jaden Strandberg, your Whipples Hybrid IMCA Hobby Stock feature winner. Blake Lunenburg comes home in the second place spot, followed by Travis Van atop Jaden, Jordan Allers, and John Ross, your top 5. Hey, Jaden, come on up over here. We'll let the car kind of cool down over there. Talk us through that feature and how you had to work your way up to the front.
Well, after the first start, me and Blake started in 4th and 6th on the outside, and I followed him through, and then I tried to get around him on the bottom, and I didn't think it was going to work, and then I went up behind him and got a run, and I tried the bottom, and it worked.
Tried the bottom, and it worked. Who do you got to thank to put her in victory lane here tonight?
I had to thank my dad, my mom, my girlfriend, all these sponsors, Moberg Consignment, D&K Transportation, Cooner's Seed, Mountain Terrace Vineyard, Teasler Trucking, Jack Creek Vineyard, and Kazemba Farms.
All right, we'll let you celebrate with the family here in victory lane. Jaden Strandberg, your feature winner in your IMCA Hobby Stocks by Whipples Hybrids.